Is there another one that says how much is left though?
Oh, how much is left?
Yeah, like a countdown meter. Is that one on there? That one might just be when it's not recorded.
Split got Flynn.
It's counting.
Split action.
It's counting down. Oh, dude, we got an extra disc right there.
So, as you know, this is the lifted scene. The red button has been pressed. We're recording. I didn't even shut the windows yet, but we're in the studio. Hey, yo. Forgot, we have a YouTube audience. For those of you at home joining us, welcome. I'm Ryan. This is Van.
What's up, everybody?
What is up, everybody?
How am I sounded? Can you turn me up a little bit?
Yeah, I can get you up here. Boy, check it.
Check. Oh, there we go.
Is that money?
That's money.
Money sauce. Money sauce, big boss. Speaking of big bosses, look at this freaking chunk of mango I have to hold here in front of my face. It's ridiculous.
I think it's pretty big.
That's all we got. Shout outs to anybody has an extra SM58 or a 57 or an OM2. You audio nerds know what I'm talking about. Send one our way. Go on ahead. Put it in the mail. I'll give you my address. We'll get you linked up. Send one my way. Would appreciate it. So today we have some extra special help. Our man Flynn is in the house.
Hey, guys.
Say what's up, Flynn.
What's up?
He's behind the camera right now. He's manning the visual aspect of today's production. And we appreciate that.
No problem.
We reached out. He reached in, tickled us, touched us emotionally and physically. No harm. And we received pleasure. And here we are now.
Episode 18.
Excited about the experience. So who else is here in the house? Sleepy Steve?
Shout outs!
Shout outs! Hey. Sleepy Steve. Can I trouble someone to close these windows? Can someone help me out?
Yeah, I can do that.
I'll get one.
All right.
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 18 of The Lifted Scene. We got a couple things to talk about today. One, it's fucking hot as balls today. No, it's hotter than balls. Yeah. I think
hot as balls, guys.
I think when I was coming home from work, my car said it was 96. I think we got well over 100 today at some point in time. And on top of that...
Yo, dog.
Oh, those shoes are in the way of the window.
I thought they were there on purpose.
Oh, dang. No, I didn't mean to play jokes on you. I wasn't setting you up for any kind of failure. Okay. My bad, player. I could just still hear cars. Can you guys hear cars at home?
Okay, I think we're good now. So on top of the 96-degree weather, we also have what looks like cloud cover.
Oh, yeah, the middle one.
But really what it is smoke billowing over the horizons from Canada. There's apparently fires going on over there.
This is a rough room to work in.
Okay, I think we're straight.
Yeah, so if you guys can't feel it at home, it's saucy up in here.
Saucy.
And fires. You mentioned something about fires. What's going on with these fires?
I haven't looked into it too much, but from what I've heard, there's some fires going on in Canada, and all the smoke is coming this way. There's literally it looks like LA.
Yeah, the first day it appeared, we were actually hanging out, and
that's right. Me and Flynn were hanging out.
I was like, man, why is it so hazy? And you're like, it's got to be chemtrails or something.
It's a bunch of fucking chemicals.
And the next day I had the text you. I was like, oh, so it's fires, by the way. All the way from British Columbia.
Just traveling.
Monstrous. Yeah, Seattle's all smoked out. You guys here in the Northwest can probably see it, and you can tell. And it's not that delicious.
150 wildfires. Sleepy Steve coming to us with the real-time factual information. That's incredible. Holy cow. So 150 altogether.
Fudge.
Are they anywhere near, I guess, taming them, or are they going to just let them go?
What's the scoop?
No, it's just, it's on.
What's the inside scoop?
It's a wildfire. It's gone wild.
Yo, you know what else has gone wild?
Dabs, man. There's taking dabs, man. I think we should just cut to the chase. Yeah, and
can I just get some oil?
Are we gonna get spacey and get into this today?
Let's get spacey and let's get into this, guys. What is going on?
All right,
let's get spacey.
Well, one thing I want to get out of the way first is there are no reviews for shoutouts and reviews. Do we have any shoutouts in replacement?
Shoutouts in replacement?
Yeah, I want to give huge shoutouts to Hustle Cannabis for doing it big with this channel. his new job over in Oregon. I want to give a shout out to Feeling Terpy.
Feeling terpy. Always feeling terpy.
Content is doing really good. And
Yeah,
then I also want to give a shout out to my buddy Jeff from Nebraska. User handle is JTompSX. It's JTHOMPSX. I got on the phone with him a while ago. He's been implementing some meditation as well, daily meditator and whole food plant-based diet. Just a bunch of motivators, man.
Yeah, dude, it's always good to hear that people are out there, on their daily meditation grind.
Yep.
And they're on their hustling that cannabis life kind of grind.
So if it's not counting up anymore, does that mean?
Is it red? Is there still the red thing? We're good?
Yeah, it's just not counting up.
What's it doing? Okay. As long as it's recording.
Hey, we live and learn. Every day's a learning experience.
Every day's a learning experience, guys. How's your meditation going? Let's lead in. Let's do some meditation talk. Some people are pressing play on this podcast going, yo, meditation. All right, let's get into that. Let's see what the people
Yeah,
have
if you
to say.
guys are new to the Lifted Scene, thanks for joining us. We are a meditation podcast. We
boy.
do get quite spacey at times, but I guess we'll start it off. My week with meditation, this whole week was kind of weird, man, to be honest.
Another weird week. Last week you had a weird week, bro.
I know.
Remember that?
But I had good meditations this week.
Oh, for sure. There you go.
Yeah, I can't really say what it was, but overall, on average, I would say the week was about an 8.
All right, I can do that.
Monday was cool, pretty average. My stomach was doing that, so it was like getting me off my stream. But I was pretty focused. Tuesday though, super focused.
Too much of that vegan ice cream, huh?
Oh, actually, I had some this weekend.
Word, boy.
Yeah, we went to a vegan. It's over here in Capitol Hill.
Is that where you guys got them pizzas? I saw you guys getting pizzas.
Me and Flynn got some pizza at Pizza Pie. It's Pizza PI, like the 3.14.
It was delicious.
It was fucking bomb. I
It
got
looked bomb.
half. It was called like X Meat Lovers, like for people who love the meat lovers.
But they're straight edge.
Mm-hmm. And then half buffalo chicken, but it wasn't chicken. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Very awesome. Shout outs.
But yeah, man. I added in an extra note specifically for you, Ryan. And specifically for everybody
I'm
else
all
here.
ears.
So, if you guys don't know this, Ryan is a fan of Michael Seeley, and I know his videos, and I've listened to him. I did like the last 4 times I've listened to one. I've just straight up like passed the fuck out. Like he gets you into that hypnotic mode, but I always fall asleep. This time I did not lay down. I sat up in my regular lotus position, and I got so deep. I got the deepest I've ever gotten into meditation ever.
Really?
To the point where he said, by the time you end this, you will, something. He was basically like saying that like something's gonna come out of you, like a thought's gonna. We're not talking about alien like out of your chest. We're talking about like a thought digging this thought out. And I didn't really think it was possible, but it got to a point where like he's like, now you're gonna find this, it's gonna come out, and when you find it, I will come back, kind of come back thing. And I was like, one, how's he gonna know when I find this, or am I gonna find this in this time, or am I gonna find this at the end? I was like, okay, well, whatever. And as soon as I like this thought popped in my head, he was like, okay, now that we found it.
Oh,
I was like, oh shit.
Trippy, right?
Yeah, and the trippy thing was like something that like I really want, or something that I really strive for. And believe it or not, it was kind of weird. It was kids. Like I was like in my thoughts, this random thought was like having kids, and I was like, having kids, and then Michael Seeley in the back. Now that you've found this thought, I was like, oh my
Seeley.
god. Yeah.
Seeley just sealing the deal on that one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do another one tonight. I want to try to do one every day. Like come home, girlfriend's not home, it's quiet, and just get right into like a super powerful, relaxing meditation. But
when your girlfriend comes home, she usually just wants to party, turn up.
Party all the time.
Too quiet in here. Lights on. Boom, chaka, boom, chaka.
Pretty much,
everything
yeah.
just happening.
Now we get like the dinner going. We start smoking weed, and we get all
Oh yeah,
spacey. But what about you, man? How was your meditation this week?
My meditation was really good. My meditation was I kind of feel like I'm on another streak where it's like 3 weeks in a row where it's just been like kind of like all the stuff that I've been working towards. It's all say easily it's paying off.
I'm
still riding that wave.
I want to get into this, and I wrote it down on 2 pages ago, and I basically was like, I wanted to ask you, when you're into your deep hypnotic meditative state, and I think some of the if I'm a little, I don't want to say confused, if I have questions about it, I'm sure the audience has questions too. How are you envisioning or thinking of these things that you've been having come into your life? So if you've thought of it up here in your brain and you're seeing it in your physical reality here, what are your practical steps that people can implement on top of their meditation or in their meditation? Like, kind of give me a walkthrough to give them a walkthrough.
Man, it's all like a full circle of things. Like, it could be just the fact that I was like nice to some kid on the street 12 years ago. Maybe like that's coming into play like 12 years later down the road. Like, it's like little shit like that. It's little things that I've like implemented in the years. Like, that was kind of a heavy exaggeration. Like, let's just say, for instance, because I mean, what's really happening right now, like, I mean, I'll talk about it. Like, the things that are coming into my life is basically just like the business I've been pursuing. Like, things are coming to fruition. I think I've mentioned this like a time, like every week.
I remember at the begining of our podcast, you saying those are the things you were focusing on, and now they're starting to trickle in. Yeah.
So along with the meditation, like, here's the way I see it. I was actually telling my girlfriend this today when we were out on the river. Because I finished another fucking business call, like the second one, you know what I mean? Like another like in-depth, like, all right, fuck, this is another opportunity, another like cool thing, something that like I've really wanted to do, like something I've wanted to have. Like, that's what I want. Like, something I've been focusing on is getting to a position where I'm just fucking just on business calls, you know what I mean? Like, that feels good to me. Like, knowing like whether or not it's just a job or it's a project or something exciting or fun, like there's some sort of opportunity that I get to work out, and I've had enough practice, you know, with like little jobs I've done for free or just little networking sessions I've done here or working with someone for so long for like little pay but lots of experience. It's like opening these doors now to where, like, you know, if I was just chasing money, I wouldn't have these sort of opportunities. Like, in this creative field, sometimes you can't really make decisions. I don't even think you can really make decisions in life if it's just like a money decision. You know what I mean? Like, you get an opportunity, you're like, oh shit, I can get this corporate job making $100 a year and benefits, vacation, great, I'm paid, solid, I'm going to be salary for whatever the next however long. Or you can take a risk and go out and do something that's just not guaranteed like that. I don't even know where my point is really, but what I'm saying is the meditation, I think, is basically making these things happen. Like, I'm putting all my focus into these areas of my life, whether it's like business or perfecting art or a craft or all the things together. I think.
So do you think it's more of a combination of you, like, okay, non-meditative state, just during your day, things you're thinking of or things you really want to happen, you know, you're expecting them to happen, you know, what you expect to happen.
Yeah. Like simple, like law of attraction type shit.
Okay.
Like, people are just like, you know, once you're introduced to what the law of attraction is, they're like, okay, I can think of something and it'll come into my life. All right. Great. Some people are skeptical about that.
Oh yeah.
Other people are like, well, I mean, if you really truly desire something and you think about it and like put that thought in your brain, like, there's a simple quote out there. It's called "Thoughts Become Things." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And it's kind of real, but you can't just like sit there on your couch one day and think about an Xbox and expect it to just land through your chimney and all of a sudden you're playing. You know, you have to like put these like little strategies into play. Like, you have to have like, I don't know. You just have to have like a plan. You basically like come up with your goal. Think about your goal. What is it?
A recipe.
You know what I mean? You know, you start to go backwards. So your goal is, I want to be a sick photographer that's working photography full time. Then you'd be like, all right, boom. Then you just like, what's it going to take for me to get there? Then you like just backtrack. You just go backwards and be like, okay, well, I need clients. Well, how do I get clients? Well, I got to do this. Well, I need a portfolio. So I got to do this. I need to fucking network. I need to talk. I need to like learn to see how it's done. I need to hang out with people that do it. I need to surround myself with the right people. I need to do all this and that. So then you figure out what step one is, and there's just so many opportunities. There's so many ways to get there and do it, you know, whether it's social media or networking groups. You know, that's just like one thing that I've sort of applied in my own personal life personally, but that's just me. Now,
okay.
If this was somebody else, you know, real estate, you can apply the same rules and same guidelines no matter what you're chasing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess maybe also another route I wanted to go or ask was, when you meditate, do you put any serious attention or will or thought towards something you want to either happen that day, that week, or this month?
Why is it on the
Dude,
show?
every time this dude drinks water, he
it
coughs.
On
Got
when the
dank
red
water.
button's on, I drink water, I cough. Whatever. How about that? So I'm an experienced water drinker. I swear to God. I drink the shit all the time. I just don't know how to do it every single day. I really want to change this microphone thing situation out because I can't be holding this fucking pickle. It's just weighing my jaws down. So
I like it. It's got style.
I'm going to press pause here. No one's even going to tell the difference. So shut the hell up. And we got so much more details to talk about there. But first, we're going to get a little lifted, right?
Yeah, I hope that you guys are joining us and getting lifted with us too. If you're not, hopefully you can soon. Grab a blunt, joint, bong, dab rig, vaporizer, edible.
Did somebody say dab rig?
Some dabs, man.
I got some new oils I'm working with. It's like fucking sick. It's like, hold on, I can't even see because my hair's in my face. Man, oh gosh, dude. Anybody got a flannel shirt I can wear? Hey, have you seen my dickies? Hey. Okay, man. I just got some new feelers, bro, and I'm really feeling them.
We're getting high, everybody. I have some undisclosed information before we get back into the meditation talk. Flynn's high. There we go. I said it.
Way baked.
I'm lifted.
You got to get lifted for the lifted scene.
Right.
Shout outs to my mom. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Santa
Shout
Summers.
outs.
Happy birthday, Miss Summers.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday from Steve.
We love you.
Shout outs, everybody. All right. Maybe I'll get some funk music in the background playing on this one.
So how the heck do you guys find, like, before you even started meditating, how did you just, like, what got you to even just get there and start it?
Oh, this homegirl of mine named Brenda. Shout outs, Brenda. Brenda and Ryan. They're getting married this year. They live in Alaska. Shout outs. I was hanging out with them a few years back, just one night, randomly, just hanging out. And Brenda was like, have you ever done a meditation before? And I was like, not really. She's like, would you ever be interested in trying? I was like, yeah, I'd be open to it. And I was actually probably mentioning something like, I've been reading these books about these like entrepreneur types and these business guys, and like one thing they have in common is they meditate. So I mean, there's got to be something to it. So she was like, "Well, check this out. I'll put on this guided meditation. It's on YouTube. We can totally just watch it, just chill with it, and vibe out with it."
Was it Michael Seeley?
No, I don't think it was Michael Seeley, but it was just something along the lines of like a typical like beginner's guided meditation kind of thing. And so I sat there on her couch, and like she put it on, and she probably had some like candles, and she has all these like, what are those drip things called that
like the
fucking hippies always have at concerts and shit?
I'm not too sure.
I don't know.
Like the tie-dye ones?
Yeah. What are those things called?
It's like a
I
drape.
don't know. Whatever.
Colorful drape.
Stuff that people have, but they're trippy as fuck sometimes. So anyways, we did this guided meditation. I totally like vibed out with it. I totally felt it. Like right away I got to this meditative state, and I think this meditation was along the lines of you plant your feet flat on the ground, and you kind of visualize that like you have these roots growing out of your feet, and they're going like into the ground. This, and like you're like absorbing this like some kind of power or energy. Like it's a connection. It's basically a thing to introduce you to the connection between you and the earth and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And so I felt it. Like I got into this trance state, and I like was going along with it, and I really felt it, and I was like, whoa, shit, that was rad. There's something there. And that's what started it for me. And it took me probably like a few months later, because Brenda and Ryan actually ended up being my roommates months down the road. So they were always around, and she was always into like yoga and meditation and like holistic stuff, holistic healing. And she's like a massage therapist. So she's very into like all the natural, homeopathic, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know what those words are. It's like whatever. But so, the inspiration was there. The motivation was there because someone was there to like support. So if I was in my room meditating, my friend would bust in and be like, yo, what are you doing, weirdo? Some weird meditation shit. Like they were open to it. They were cool. Like, oh, cool. You're meditating? They like give you your space. And so I just kept trying it more and more. And then I just knew I was into it because I just felt it. Like something about it. I felt it. I clung to it. And then the more and more people I learned that were meditating, they were just like, yo, like meditation, like try it, get into it. That's what we do every single day. And these were people that were like, the Chase Jarvises, the Tim Ferrisses, the fucking Russell Simmons, the guys, all those fucking head honchos that have the fatty bank accounts and they're following their dreams and they're living this fucking sick life. You know, like that's what they were saying is like meditation. It's all about meditation, you know, getting down. So I started doing it more, not every day. I noticed this guy was meditating every day. It's closer to the beginning or the end of 2016. I think he was on like a 30-day kick or a 60-day kick or something. You were heavy. You were deep in the meditation game. Yeah. I'm pointing to vanzell here, the audio.
Did you just find out through like Instagram or?
Yeah, like somehow we linked up. I don't even know if that was this year or last. I think it was this year. Like we linked up somehow, somewhere. We did a photo shoot.
Yeah.
And I just noticed he was doing mad meditations every day. And I was like, damn, I need to do that every day too. And then I started this year. Actually, I started Christmas Eve of 2016 meditating like every day. And so I just stuck with it. Like we linked up, we hit it off. We did this YouTube show. We just decided like right there on the spot. We're like, yo, we need to do a podcast. Like we're having these heavy conversations, you know what I mean? Like shit that like,
and it was like an initial, like we both know there's something there that's not explained in traditional life anywhere, you know, in the system, right? This isn't something they teach you, you know, before or after recess.
Yeah.
Or even in college, you know, this is like, you know, it's the hippy dippy shit. So it's a lot of people steer away from it.
Yeah. Dude,
so we connected. Like I was like, oh shit, someone else knows.
I know, dude. I remember
that conversation. I was asking the questions like, so you dude. Like, you know, like, you know, so when you like start meditating and then like, or you get out of it and during the day, we were like hinting, like, we were like kind of like dancing around the question kind of thing, you know?
Pretty much, dude. Yeah. He like straight up sat me down, like, and he was like, yo, I gotta tell you something. And I just started saying like how I saw the world and how I like saw things and how my vision of like politics and all this stuff and like this world that we're in, actually, to me, it's like an outer fucking world, like the norm. I just started talking about how like I think everything's fake, like nothing's real, like there's another dimension, like there's a whole other connection, like where like life really is, you know what I mean? This out here is just pretend living. This is all just pretend shit, you know? We're all just psychologically like used, taken advantage of, you know, brainwashed and blah blah blah. We can go into that. So right away he just like looked at me just like with a sigh of relief. He's like, you're already aware. Yeah. You're aware. And like right then and there, like we must have been high as shit too, because right then and there I was just like, I felt like I met like an alien bro, dude. Like I felt like I met like this universal like alien bro, like similar to this guy over here, Sleepy Steve.
Yep.
If you guys don't know that, he's another one of my fucking alien bros, dude. I remember having a launch.
Hey, I'm Steve.
A little bit of a, you know, we had an awakening of our pineal gland with the help of some dimethyltryptamine, and that's an awakening experience. And that was another thing that really fucking like sealed the deal of me being confident and knowing like, all right, I feel good. Now I know. Like I don't have any questions about life, the universe. I mean, sure, I have like questions, but now I just have this inside kind of glimpse. I think I was thinking about that. I was telling somebody about this stuff, about the pineal gland and like when you experience it and how it works and all the other things that are like trying to like kill it and bring it down, like the fluoride and like the pieces of metal and the fucking chemtrails and stuff like that.
Right.
But the pineal gland, now stop me if I'm wrong, it's something that you really can only feel like at birth, death, or with the consumption of dimethyltryptamine. And when I say that, pineal. Yeah, I knew it was some kind of fucking. Yeah. When I pronounce it, it sounds like pine needle, like pine needle.
Well, you know, it's funny. I was going to comment on that. How like a pine cone looks just like it's the same shape.
Nice. I like how that works.
Yeah. So I didn't know if you were like saying it for purpose. So no. Okay, wrapped in well then.
Pineal. It's one of those words. It's just one of those words.
Yeah, your pineal gland. It's like it's right behind your frontal cortex. It's in the center of your brain. It's like, you know, and here's the thing. It's depicted in all kinds of cultures. You know, the very first culture I think most people reference or look back to is people that come from India. You know, they wear the red dot right there, right? Mm. That's more than just a decorative, you know, thing. It's for a reason because
the third eye represents the third eye kind of
your
thing?
Third eye, yeah, and it also correlates with energy spots in your bodies, your chakra system, which I'm reading a book on. I think I want to prepare something for the next episode on that.
Decent. I don't think we've touched on that much.
No, we
lightly,
haven't.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
So your pineal gland, it's like very small. It's probably the size of like half your thumb, right? Like that big. And if you look this up in the dictionary, it'll say a gland in your body or your brain that accumulates or calcifies, as if that's just what happens to this gland. You know, it's like, no, that's not supposed to happen. And as you go through your entire life and you just drink water that just comes from the faucet, you know, you're like, oh, water, you know, it's water. It's not bad for me. Like, it's clean. It's better than the murky, cloudy water that's in Africa. And all these kids are like, you know, jumping in and having to bring back 3 miles and then boil and then let sit and then drink, and they still get sick. You know, we think our water's just clean. Well, it is clean. It's super cleaned. It's treated. You know, the water goes down the tubes. Oh, what? You get Sleepy Steve? Too much?
Sleepy Steve's giving us signals.
The sunlight was in my eyes.
Oh,
Okay, I didn't know. He was like, cut it out. This is too much, guys. Don't let the public know about this.
I know.
Like,
What? Like, okay.
What's this guy saying?
Like, someone's gonna come find you.
Oh, yeah, that sun's going to turn red here in a fucking minute.
It was like orange red yesterday, right?
Yeah, it's been fucking weird looking through that smoke.
I guess to wrap it up, I don't want this episode to be about pineal gland.
I know, this is a little bit of a shift. But
yeah. I mean,
this is a thing.
Yeah,
This is a real deal thing.
Yeah, it's like, so there's an initiative in Europe to keep their water from being treated, you know, the way we treat it in America. They have no fluorides in their water. Fluoride, one of the biggest reasons we have fluoride in our water is because after the World Wars, when we started developing nuclear technology, the product or the byproduct of nuclear activation or making those things is sodium fluoride. So sodium fluoride is also one of the major components used in Agent Orange, which was used to kill hundreds, thousands of people in Vietnam. And it's also sodium fluoride is also heavily found in Roundup, which is a chemical
Pizza. Roundup pizza.
sprayed. No,
Oh, that's Round Table.
Well,
Never
I mean,
mind.
it's in. Well, yeah, and I guess in a way, this will match. It's found in Roundup, which is sprayed on our crops that we distribute to across the world and in our own country, and on wheat, which can be made into pizza, which can correlate to Round Table.
Wheat. Yeah, wheat can correlate to almost anything.
So yeah, after years of this, it starts to accumulate, or where it accumulates most in your body is in your pineal gland.